This video is brought to you by Anker. The Ankerwork S600 is one of the most unique speakers I've ever reviewed. So it's a 360-degree Bluetooth speaker and speakerphone with a 15-watt Qi 2 magnetic wireless charger on the top. Now, usually the microphones on speakers are just terrible unless you're like right next to it. Where with the S600, you can walk 3 meters away from the speaker and it's supposed to pick up your voice as well if you're right next to it. They also use AI technology to block out background noise, as well as voice print technology, which will actually save your voice to the speaker. So if other people are talking around you, it's gonna know to focus on your voice only. At least that's what they advertise. I will be putting this all to the test today. Now the retail price is $179 US. There is an early bird offer on Kickstarter with 45% off. Now let's start with the design of the speaker. It's a pretty compact design overall with a simple gray color scheme. The base of the speaker has solid grip, which is going to hold it in place on any surface. There's 4 microphones, 2 on the front and 2 on the back, so that's going to work if you have people in front of the speaker or behind it. Back there you have your power on and off, as well as a Bluetooth pairing button. Just below that is a USB-C to charge the speaker, and then there's a data out which can connect your speaker directly to your computer, even a phone. So there's no auxiliary port, but this is a nice workaround. And I had the speaker connected to my MacBook Pro via that data out USB-C connection, as well as my iPhone 15 Pro via Bluetooth at the same time. And the speaker also has multi-point connection. So with Bluetooth, you can connect 2 devices at the same time. And either way you go here, you just need to pause playback on one device before you resume media on your other device. Where if you get an incoming call, that's automatically going to switch to the device where the call is coming in on. And the connectivity you're getting here is Bluetooth 5.3 with SBC and AAC for your codecs. There's no high-res audio here, which for a speaker like this, not really needed. I really like that they include 2 decently length USB-C cables in the box, as well as a 30-watt wall charger. Now on the front of the speaker, you have your touch controls with the ability to play, pause, adjust volume up and down, mute your microphone, answer and reject calls, as well as turn on and off the voice print. And you just double tap the call button to reject a phone call, and you can hold it down for 2 seconds to turn on your voice assistant. I would have preferred physical controls on the front here, especially for speakers. I find it's just easier to handle the speaker without accidentally activating those touch controls, which I did at first, but once you know where those touch controls are, you just got to grab the speaker without accidentally touching them. So it's something you'll get used to, but I'm team physical buttons all day. Now onto the coolest part of this speaker, at least for me, is that Qi 2 magnetic wireless charger, which is going to output at 15 watts for some wireless fast charge action. Now it's a very similar magnetic design to iPhone's MagSafe. So on my iPhone 15 Pro, it works flawlessly. It locks right in place there. It has 70-degree of viewing angle there, so you can really get it into a nice position whether you're watching media or you're on a video call. And it's super easy to rotate the phone around to landscape or portrait mode. And it's still gonna work with anything magnetic. I chuck my AirPods Pro 2 on there and then it worked great. My old Samsung Galaxy S10e has like a random magnet on there, so that stays on. It is kind of designed for iPhones and MagSafe, but yeah, anything magnetic is gonna stick to it. And you can just angle it down and just use that as a regular wireless charger. But with this kind of design, with that 70-degree angle, you can use this for countless things. Like I've actually never used my iPhone 15 Pro in docked mode before. So when you have your iPhone charging in landscape mode, it'll kind of cycle through random photos I've taken, show the time. And just by simply being able to mount your phone on that magnetic charger, you can just place your phone anywhere. Like sometimes I'll be cooking and just like have my phone leaning against the wall, and like it's kind of hard to get it into a good position, where with the charger here, with the dock setup, you can just leave it wherever you want. If you're watching any tutorial videos, super convenient to have it on the dock like that. And of course you could just buy like a standalone dock and just like have your phone around with you, but you're not gonna be able to charge it at 15 watts. You're not gonna have the speakers or the solid mics as well. Now, when it comes to battery, the speaker itself has 3,100 milliamp hours. So they advertise that you get 16 hours of music playback, but that's only at 25% volume. 25% volume, not incredibly loud. I'm not too sure what they advertise when you're actually gonna be on a phone call or on a video call. But 3,100 milliamp hours, that's about equivalent to an iPhone 15 Pro. So if you're using the wireless charging, it's gonna drain pretty quickly, but with a speaker like this, you're probably gonna leave it plugged in most of the time, so that kind of takes away from that issue. And you still have the option to turn off the wireless charging with that magnetic mount. You just double tap the power button and then that will turn it off. And I noticed when the speaker was below about 30-ish% volume, it actually doesn't allow you to charge your phone because I assume it thinks the battery is running low and it's gonna drain too quickly, so makes sense. Now, when it comes to the speakers here, you get 5 watts of total power with 360-degree sound. And I did notice there was better direction of sound, especially with treble on the back of the speaker. So If you're listening to music, it might be better to face the speaker the other way around, but either way, it still sounds pretty decent. And the sound quality of the speaker, I mean, considering the size and the amount of watts it has, it's not too bad. It's definitely not going to blow your mind when it comes to bass. You're not going to be getting any sub bass, even at low volumes, but you get a full rich bass response overall, especially with mid bass. It's more mid focused because it's going to be a speaker you're going to be using on Zoom calls or watching YouTube videos, and movies sounds really good with that nice mid range, and the treble is definitely not lacking. You still get nice detail, and put it all together, you can crank the speaker quite loud. I had no issues with distortion. I was getting just over about 80 decibels when I was about 50 centimeters away from the speaker that was watching YouTube videos, and I was playing Enter Sandman by Metallica at max volume. I was getting around 84 decibels. So this kind of volume is going to be fine for a small to medium sized room. For a super large room, it depends on how noisy the room is. It should be fine to hear like a YouTube video or something like that, but you're not going to get a super full, immersive, rich sound in a larger room. But here are some sound samples so you can kind of hear it for yourself.
The value you can get in the budget earbud market today is seriously impressive.
The value you can get in the budget earbud market today is seriously impressive. Now, before we run through all the microphone samples, let's quickly touch up on the app because there's honestly not too much customization. The main reason you're going to use that app is for the voice print setup. So it's a super easy setup. All you need to do is just read a script for about 30 seconds, and then it's going to save your voice to the speaker itself. It doesn't upload it to the cloud or anything. If you're worried about people stealing your voice, that's a thing. Definitely not a worry of mine because I like talk on YouTube for like a living, so please don't steal my voice, people. But once you set up that voice print, you can turn that on or off in the app, or you can turn it on and off with the touch controls as well. And you have some extras in the app like scanning documents and securely saving them, and honestly things that I never really use, but it's there if you need. There is no option to customize the sound of the speaker with presets or an EQ. That would have been nice. And I noticed it only shows like a battery bar. There's no battery percentage, which would also be nice to see. And you get some small extras in there, like being able to turn the tone prompt on and off when you turn the speaker on and off. You can turn off the touch control indicator lights, as well as a light when you're actually on a phone call, or like kind of light up blue when you speak. And you also got some auto power off customization in there. All right, now onto the microphone test itself. This speaker is also advertised as being Zoom certified, and you can also set up a shortcut on iOS. So when you attach your phone to the speaker, it'll automatically open up Zoom. I don't know how to use shortcuts, but if you're someone that knows how to, then you can do it, basically. Now, to really test how well these microphones pick up noise and block out noise, I'm gonna run through 4 tests: a quiet room, some simulation traffic noise, office noise, and some loud simulation kid noise, which would really test out that voice print technology. Now, with this testing, to keep it like a nice even test, I'm just recording off my iPhone 15 Pro with the speaker connected to my iPhone using the Blackmagic camera app, so that way I can actually connect the S600 to the app, and then it's using the actual microphone. I'm not gonna do a video call because it's too much going on right there, but this will transfer over to what your voice will sound like when you are on a video call or on a phone call. But anyway, here are all the tests. All right, first test here is gonna be in a quiet room. I'm talking in a very kind of soft-ish normal voice. The speaker is right next to me there. It's supposed to block out things like tapping, pen noises. Chuck that pen there, you shouldn't hear it. It should also block out typing sound. I'm tapping incredibly loud here, and hopefully it's blocking out that sound. Get up and move around the room. Doesn't really matter where I go. It really seems like this speaker picks up my voice quite well. I'm about 2 meters roughly away from the speaker right now. If I come out of camera here, I'm well over 3 meters away from the speaker, speaking in the same voice, and it should be picking up my voice quite well throughout that whole test. All right, now I've got some city traffic noise playing off my JBL Charge 5 in the corner of the room there. All right, now we've got some New York City ambience going on. I'm going to keep walking around the room and seeing how well this noise gets blocked out. It's quite loud, as you would have heard. 2 meters away from the speaker there, and now I'm about 3 meters away from the speaker. All right, now I've got some office ambient noise playing off the speaker in the corner of the room there. All right, now we have some office ambient noise playing off the Charge 5 behind me. This is what it sounds like about 1 meter away from the speaker. I'm facing the opposite way here, still speaking in a pretty normal amount of voice that I would use if I was on a phone call.
Now I'm moving about 3 meters away from, like 4 meters away from the speaker right now. Hopefully you can still hear my voice quite well.
All right, now I've got some simulation loud kid noise playing.
You have some simulation kid noise playing 1 meter away from the speaker here. Not using voice print technology here, so 2 meters away from the speaker. Now I'm moving out of the camera. And I'm well over 3 meters away from the speaker right now. All right, now the voice print technology is turned on. So since there are going to be big voices on in the background, I'm expecting this to sound a little bit better at letting my voice in over the simulation like loud kid noise.
So there you go. I'm pretty impressed with how well it picks up voice when you're quite a far distance away from the speaker. Is it going to be worth it for you? Well, hopefully I've laid out all the information that you need to know and you can decide for yourself. And on March 21st, the Kickstarter campaign begins. So click the link below to get 45% off. But for more on Anker, be sure to check out my Soundcore Motion 300 review right here. It's currently my most used portable speaker. I just have it hanging in my shower because it sounds so good and it has improved my showering by tenfold. So be sure to check that video out. In the meantime, stay picky. I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.